And now after our breathing pranayama, we move into asana practice. Finding somewhere comfortable for you to sit with a yoga mat underneath you. You can sit in easy cross-legged, resting the backs of the hands to the knees. And when we have the hands down, we always keep the tips of the index fingers and thumbs connected. You may want to move into half lotus, lifting one foot on top of the other thigh with the other underneath, the foot underneath the opposite knee. Or those of you that are more familiar with full Padmasana can move into lotus pose with the backs of the hands on the knees. If you feel any strain in the lower spine or are particularly uncomfortable, it may help to place a folded towel underneath the lower spine and bottom, or a flat level cushion. So with an exhale then, we retract the abdominal wall to the spine so all our breath is contained upwards. And then we start to breathe through the nose, lifting the breath up into the chest and exhaling back down, keeping the navel drawn in. Lengthening and slowing down each breath as it enters and leaves the body, creating space, opening up the space between the ribs, and letting the shoulders relax. And we're aiming to have a line from the tailbone through to the top of your head, and the top of your head extending up towards the sky. We're lengthening the neck, and then as we breathe out, release the head towards the chest. Chin tucking down, the face relaxing, the back of the neck opening with every exhale as it releases the tensions from the shoulders. As we breathe in next, we're going to carefully lift the head back and extend up through the top. Shoulders are relaxed as we tip the back of the head towards the spine. Keeping the front of the body through the heart centre lifted and drawn up, the chin reaching up so the throat is long. And with an inhale, we carefully lift back up through the crown, gain some length in the neck, tucking in the chin towards the throat. And we take the head over the right shoulder, and it's the side of the head, the ear, going over the shoulder. Eyes can look up in the opposite direction, and we keep the crown lengthened over to the right. Tummy stays tucked to the spine, and as we inhale, we carefully lift the head back up and lengthen through to the sky, tucking in the chin and moving over to the left side. Eyes turning up and to the right just helps the position of the head. The breath into the open side of the neck, and the exhale moving into the softness that creates. Breathing in, we lift the head back up, extend up through to the crown, and exhale, abdomen pulls to spine and stays there. The hands release to the floor, and then with a big breath in, we lift them to the sky, seal them above you, and bring them down to your heart. So we're connecting mind, body and breath, concentrating on the length of our breath married to the length of our movement. Each inhale is the extending and lifting breath. The exhale, the returning breath, the hands coming back to the heart. So we aim to make these two breaths the same length, depth and pace. The hands now open out, and as we breathe in, the arms open away from the body, lengthening out through the fingertips, and we turn one palm up and one palm down. Turning the arms then from the fingertips through to the shoulders, keeping them long, and wringing them out like you'd wring out a cloth to get the water out of it. This just gets the tension out of the muscles. Both hands then face forward, and with an exhale we wrap the hands around the shoulder blades. Breathe in, elbows and heart lift. Exhale, we roll them down to the chest. Shoulders move forwards, tummy is in, and with an inhale the elbows reach to the sky. Exhale, back down to the earth. The shoulders move forwards, the tummy is in, and as we inhale the arms open way wide and fold the other way around as we breathe out. Hands gently clasping the shoulder blades, elbows reaching to the sky, the eyes lifting, and then it all rolls down into the chest, the shoulders move forwards. Breathe in and lift again. Exhale, we're coming down, shoulders move away, tummy is in, and we open the arms wide. Extending out through the fingertips, the back of the right hand now moving over to the outside of the left knee. The other hand moving behind to the ribs, or taking the hip or thigh. We lift up to the crown, dropping the shoulders, and turning over the left. And with all twists, we keep the belly to the spine and we keep a lift to the crown, so there's always space between the vertebrae to move. Head and eyes move back to the front. We open the arms wide, and this time we're taking the left hand over to the outside of the right knee, the right hand behind. Take a lift to the crown and turning over the right shoulder. Aiming to keep the top of the head in line with the tailbone. The lower spine supported by the retraction of the abdomen and the breath steady to the chest. Head and eyes move back to the front, the arms open out to the sides and up to the sky with the palms facing forwards. They extend to the floor in front of you, keeping the knees pressed down. The palms settle into the floor, and then we lift the chin and draw the heart long away from the waist, and this straightens out the lower spine. With an exhale, we take the arms forwards and start to bring the heart down towards the floor, just taking us as far as feels comfortable. We can breathe in again, lift the chin, extend the chest, exhale and fold a little further. Each inhale then encouraging the length, each exhale relaxing into the space that we've made. And once we have the head towards or to the floor, we can let the elbows drop and breathe into your spine. Each inhale opening the space between the ribs and the vertebrae. And then we're breathing in, lifting up the eyes, lift the head. Lift the upper body, the chest drawing up from the floor, the hands moving back in front of the knees. So we can either roll over to the side to bring yourself onto all fours, or simply pick up the bottom and roll forwards, taking the legs out from behind. Knees sitting underneath the hips, with the tops of the feet in line with the knees, the shins pressed down, the hands pressed down. The tailbone extending slightly back with the abdomen pulled into the spine. And we're ready for the kneeling poses.